Graham Potter out. That's what's trending on Twitter. Therapy Army, how are we doing? Welcome to United Real Therapy. Welcome to a jam-packed show, which most likely I'm going to be doing myself. So let's go, people. I know it's a late one. Yeah, man. People are, trust me, Big T. I'm telling you, people are sleeping on Sheriff, man. Sheriff don't mess about. Sheriff do not mess about, mate. Sheriff are a well-oiled counter-attacking team that don't care for possession. All they care about is counter-attacking. Bang, bang, bang. There you go. Graham Potter out is trending. Chelsea, welcome back to being a normal football club. It makes me laugh, people. It makes me laugh. It really makes me laugh. But yeah, jam-packed show for you tonight, people. We're going to get into it. We're going to go into everything. So like it said on the heading, you know, Rashford injury, how bad is a Rashford injury? How long would it take him out? More rumors about Glazers willing to sell. Are they? You know, Jim Radcliffe apparently supposedly making a bid. Ten Hag press conference. And also the match preview, people. How are we doing? How are we doing in this late one? How are we feeling? Can you all hear me all right? Can you see me all right? Big up to every one of you. Love light. Late night cuppa with structure, eh? That's where it is. Late night cuppa with you know who. Cheers. Got this cup. You can see it when I was in Barbados. I was in Barbados, and it's a map. It's a map of Barbados. Can you see, people? It's the map of the island. Beautiful, beautiful island. Some of the clearest waters I have ever swum in my life. I even got giddy, people. I got giddy one time with the, what is it called? Snorkeling kit. Oh my God, people. I got so giddy. I went far out into the sea. I turned round. All my friends were this small. And then I nearly had a panic attack in the middle of the sea. And I thought, just breathe. Just breathe. Keep looking. Keep watching this beautiful, clear water. I could see all sorts of creatures, sea creatures. It was incredible. It was mesmerizing, people. I cannot say enough. Snorkeling in a beautiful, clear water sea. Magic. It's magic, you know. His name is not Graham Potter. I can't believe Chelsea fans. I can't. Hey, we say, welcome, Chelsea. Welcome. No longer Chelsea. You're just Chelsea now. Welcome. But anyway, people, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Tomorrow, everybody's saying, but you're going to beat them. You should have smashed these farmers from Moldova. Nah, mate. Nah, mate. No. Nada. No. We're not smashing anybody, mate. At the end of the day, Sharif have already, the European champions, Real Madrid. Wasn't it a season ago when they buried them? Wasn't it a season ago when they buried Real Madrid, or 2 seasons ago when they buried Real Madrid? Please, people, remind me how long ago it was when they buried Real Madrid. I think it was, they went to Madrid, the Bernabeu, and buried them, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, my memory is not that good. Short-term memory is not that good. Long-term memory is really good. But, yeah, it's going to be a tough game tomorrow, people. It's going to be a tough game tomorrow. But there we go. Let's get into that. How are we doing anyway? Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. Become part of the community. Turtles FC. Big up Jarvis. Big up Alicia Sincanova. How are we doing? How are we doing? Unpopular opinion. The 4 weeks of helps to actually coach the players and put them to work. Maybe. I mean, we're going to lose them for 2 weeks, aren't we? They're going for internationals. So it was only 2 weeks, wasn't it? It's only 2 weeks because they come back and then they go away. So it's only been, we missed the Crystal Palace game and then we missed the game on Sunday. So they're going to be going. I think that some of them might be flying to the countries earlier. So he might not have time. He said that in a press conference today. He said that in a press conference today. He might be. The players are flying back straight away. Somebody asked, one of the people asked about if the players would stay around a little bit to sign autographs, because you got massive, obviously. We're big. We're big, mate. Everywhere we go, we're big, because there's a lot of people from Dover who are United fans, and they want to get autographs. And Ten Hag was like, no, after the game, we need to get in that coach, get back to the airport, boom, see you later, catch the flight back to Manchester, because some of these players have to go on international duty. So that's where we're at, people. Big up, though. No, I'm not here for that. Mr. 11, no. The court case has been adjourned, so we will all know. Everybody will know. There ain't nobody who's in the know. There ain't no idea when it comes to that court case. Everybody will know, because everybody will know. Like the Mendy case, when he goes to trial, we will know about it. You'll be on the news. It will be on the news. So, no news. I swear, Renee, you said you won't ever do a Europa League coverage. Listen, I have to do it. Juicy sauce. I have to do it. I have responsibility, because there are people on the channel. There's a community. I have to put my thing aside. I have to put it aside, and my feelings aside. Like I said, I'm never going to be nervous. The reason why I want to cover it is because the biggest thing for me is I don't get nervous in either League Cup games or Europa League games. I don't. We lost the final. I didn't get nervous. I was just angry at the football that we played. But I wasn't asked about whether we won or lost. Seriously. But I have to do it. This called being responsible to a community, you know? So it is what it is. Europa League looks like Champions League. Nuruddin, Juventus, Chelsea to join us. Big up, Saeed. Big up, Saeed. Big up, Saeed. Big up. Rascals, what are you doing? What are you doing, Rascals? Stop it. Rascals always up to no good, honestly. They're always up to no good. What are you doing? Scholesy, get down, you little shit. It's that Scholesy, honestly. Who are we? Who are we? There we go. Who are we? Europa League, are we? That's what we are, mate. Big up Saeed, anyway, wherever you are. Big up Arun. Yeah, man. Big up everybody. Big up to every one of you. But let's get into it, people. Let's get into it. So Manchester United, Marcus Rashford will miss. Obviously, he's gonna miss the game. He's supposed to be going to England, innit? But obviously, Erik ten Hag said he didn't want to give the exact timescale on Rashford's return, expected quite soon. I think this season he has a great comeback. Ten Hag said he has showed great potential and quality. So he's talking about Rashford. Lately, I've been seeing how he's tried to build the confidence of Rashford and really building Rashford up. Rashford, who made his last appearance. Listen, I need to sort the cats out because they're doing my head in. Just bear with me, people. Look, things I have to do because they're wrecking the kitchen, so I got to sort it out. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Right. I've had enough of you two. What are you rumbling now? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, you little rascal? See? Things I have to do, people. Things I have to do, therapy army. Things I have to do. Things I have to do, man. Listen, Arun, let me know if you're awake, bro. If you want me to send you the link, let me know if you want to jump on. Scholes' seed of best cat. Trust me, man. They do my head in, honestly. They're rascals at times. They're just rascals. Going through everything in the kitchen, destroying, smashing everything. Big up the therapy army. Big up Alfie Chico. So let's get into it, people. Obviously, so lately, I don't know what it is, but Ten Hag's really building the confidence and it's building him up. But against Arsenal, you saw him feeling the back of his leg and the side of his leg. And that's when he came off, if you remember, in that game. And I was like, I hope he's not injured. But I expected Man United to get hamstring injuries anyway. I really expected it. I did, because the way Ten Hag wants the forwards to press, we are going to, because there's a lot of short sprints. There are lots of short sprints, and if you're not used to it, it's going to take time. Exactly the same thing what happened with Liverpool when Jurgen Klopp went there. When you go into a pressing system, that's going to happen. Cass wants a hot dog stand there. See, yo, I don't know about that, but he's building him up really so much. He said he showed great potential and quality. Rashford is made yet, so Rashford has not been in England, but I'm not asked about England. They ain't here from England. But obviously, we know in this table we've lost, our first game, and Ten Hag says when you lose your first game, you have to win the second. So we have that. So we know what our task is. Ten Hag said, United. Obviously, Ten Hag also recognized Sharif, who beat Real Madrid in the Champions League. Yeah, it was last season. More than capable of in upset in the European competition. It's quite clear they beat Real Madrid. Shakhtar Donetsk, they're capable. He said, we have to make it our game, but we are conscious of that fact. They're a serious and decent opponent, and we have to play our best to win. Facts. We can't go up there. Listen, this team not asked about possession. Mark my word. Exactly what we were doing to Liverpool, what we did to a certain extent to Arsenal. This is what they're looking to do to us. They'll give us the ball and go, come on, and set traps for us. And what they'll do is they'll set traps, win the ball back in certain areas, and then they pounce. And then they pounce, people. And that's who they are. That is who they are. So we're not expecting anything different, but we'll see how the game pans out tomorrow. In terms of the Rashford injury, in terms of the time scale for me, muscular injuries are not easy to get over. When you have a knock, let's say you get an ankle or a knee or something knocked, like physically, you come against somebody else's bones or somebody else's body. That sometimes you can ice, physio, intense treatment, you can do that. Muscular, the danger with muscular things that you can pull it again. And also what happens, because that area is weak, then other parts of your body become weaker and then they get injured. So muscular injuries, no good, people. They're no good. So I know he doesn't want to say that. I know he doesn't want to really say how long he's going to be out for, but I doubt it. He's going to go with the England team. And obviously we got no game this Sunday, which is good because he can play the team, a really good team tomorrow. Obviously, Ronaldo is our only striker. And what did I say to you, Therapy Army? What did I say to you months or the beginning of the transfer? Whether Ronaldo stays or not, Manchester United need a striker. Yes, McNeil is going to get a chance, but Man United needs somebody who can hold up the ball. That's what we need. We need somebody who can hold up the ball. So it's going to be a very interesting game tomorrow to see if Ronaldo will play the full game or what would happen. You should name your next cat Marcus Rashford. I don't know about that, Jarvis. I think two of them are a handful, honestly. Now they're getting big. Two of them are a handful. They are a handful. Yeah, man. Big up. Can we bring our champion Sparky Hughes? Oh, Alicia, these young United fans don't know about the warrior that's Mark Hughes, one of the strongest strikers ever to play in the Premier League football, to play in any era. Mark Hughes could play in any era, like in terms of like whatever era. His first touch, his control, he's bringing people into play. Oh my God, absolute man mountain of a man. Mark Hughes can't be like. I liked his answer. Pressure. Every match there is pressure to win. Yeah, man. Let's hope, man. Let's hope. Rashford might still go to England camp because he needs to be in meetings as is the last camp before the World Cup. Well, if he's getting treatment there, Windy, then yeah. But I'm not asked about England. I'm genuinely not asked. I tagged him. I tagged Marcus Rashford in a tweet, right? Before the World Cup, and I said to him, the last Euros, I said, Marcus, please look after your body. Do not go. You know what? I added at him that the tweet was gone. It was a proper thought out tweet. My cousin helped me to put it together. So I'm dyslexic, so put it well together. I was trying to give him advice. And who am I? And then what happened? He goes there, he's not fit, misses a penalty, gets racially abused, and the rest is history. The rest is history. So I'm not asked about England. I'm asked about Man United, Manchester United, not asked about England. That's me. That is me, people. Mark Hughes, yeah, man. Mark Hughes like tree trunks. Let them know, Glazers out. Let them know. What about Brucey scoring 18 league goals to win the... Of course, they don't know about that. They don't know about that. That season, in all competition, he got 20 goals. I think it was 20 goals he scored. Yeah. Salam alaikum, brother. Alaikum salam, brother. Big up the Leeds United, man. Love. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll come on to that in a minute. We'll come up to that in a minute. But let's just see if we can pick our team in it. Pick our team. Let's have a look, see if we can pick our team. Said's telling us before that Juventus and Chelsea are joining us in Europa, in the Europa League. So it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. So let's see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, people. Let's have a look. Let's have a look to see if we can pick the team. Arun, let me know if you want to jump on, bro. If you don't want to jump on, no problem. But let me know if you want to jump on. No pressure, bro. I know it's late. I understand it's late, man. I understand it's late. Big up, big up, big up. Big up to every one of you. So let's get this. Let's get this in, eh? Let's be having here, people. Therapy, baby. So talk to me about the Champions League tonight. I didn't watch any of it. I went to watch a film. It's my friend's birthday, so we went to watch a film. So tell me, what was happening, people? Tell me what else. What are the scores? What are the scores? Share screen. There we go. We're sharing the screen. Google Chrome. There we go. We're going to share this one, people. We're going to share this one. You can see clearly, people. You can see clearly. Yeah, man. Let me know when you're ready, bro. Let me know when you're ready. But yeah, we'll pick that. We'll pick a team, people. Therapy Army. We'll pick a team together. I saw Tilda Swinton. It's called 3,000 Years of Longing. Yeah, 3,000 Years of Longing. It's about the genie, Jinn. It stars Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba. It's a very interesting film. Very interesting film. So go and check it out, people. If you like mythology, if you like that sort of thing, that storytelling, if you like that, you will like it. Yeah. Yeah. The film is called 3,000 Years of Longing. That's what it's called. 3,000 Years of Longing. Idris Elba, Tilda Swinton. Good. Good film. The good film. But how are we doing, people? How are we doing? You all late people. How are we doing? Yeah, it's a new movie. Yeah, it's a new movie. It's in the cinemas. It's in the cinemas right now, man. It's in the cinemas right now, man. That's how it is, man. Good film. Good film. Go and check it out. Out of 10? It was entertaining. It was, and you know what? A lot of the acting was quite good as well. Especially a lot of the period drama, a lot of the historical references was interesting. Out of 10, I'm a hard person to police when it comes to film. So go on, I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. 6.5, 7. Yeah. There we go. Wide awake club, mate. Wide awake club. Oh, we're getting giddy. We are getting giddy. You are definitely getting giddy. You're so funny. I'm so funny, man. Easy, Jonah. Jada. Jadya. Sorry. Jadya. Is that how you pronounce your name, bro? Big up. But yeah, let's pick our squad. Let me send Arun Let me send him a clip, say if he wants to jump on and join us. I like Arun. Big up man like Arun Pandey. Die-hard United fan. Absolute die-hard. Send it to him. Let's see if he joins us. But let's go, people. Let's go. Let's think about this. I watched a movie called 95 Calling Jones. Okay, was that good? Giddy watch for Delia Smith. Big up Delia Smith, mate. That we stole that line from her, innit? Last be having you. Therapy Army, where are you? Last be having you. Last be having you. That's a famous, absolute famous. One of the best lines ever said on a football pitch. Last be having you. She's had too much chin that night, honestly. She was having a bit too much of that gin, I'm telling you. She was having a bit too much of that gin. But yeah, let's get into it, people. Let's select the team. Let's select the team. Are we going for David De Gea? David De Gea, because he's definitely playing. Diego Dalot. Going for Dalot here. Malacia. Martinez. I think the team picks itself, innit? Martinez. Varane. Rafa, Fanal here. Ericsson. Without him, we can't play, mate. Without him, we can't play. Honestly, McTominay. I know. Sounds crazy, innit? Sancho. On the right. Bruno. See if Aaron's there. What do you think of that team, people? What do you think about that team? What do you think about that team, people? Simmer Frame FC. I like horror films. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of horror films, man. I think reality is a lot of horror in reality. I'm telling you, there's a lot of horror in reality. So, yeah. I really love documentaries. I get into documentaries. I learn so much from documentaries. And yeah, films that are based on real life. Because I'm a believer that reality is stranger than fiction. I'm a believer. Reality is stranger than fiction, people. But I'm a massive cinema head. Love my cinema. Love my cinema. So let's get back to this team, people. Let's get back to this team. Obviously, Anthony. Got so many in it. We got so many. Ronaldo. It's interesting. They must be injured. So Wan-Bissaka, Martial, Rashford, and Donny van der Beek not in the squad. Not in the squad, but in this squad that flew there, Ziad Iqbal is there. I think Charlie Savage is there. McNeil is there. I don't know who else is there. There's a couple of other players there. Yes, brother. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. Listen, have a look at that team. See what you agree or disagree with. What do you disagree with?
Well, I agree, but then about time Casemiro should start. I know his last game was a bit. I was at Old Trafford. It was not up to the mark, but yeah, I think this team will start. The team that you showed on the screen. unless there's any injuries. I think this is the strongest team at the moment we have. But the idea is to have Casemiro in the future somehow. What do you think?
You would start Casemiro instead of McTominay.
No, it's tough. It's tough because McTominay has been good, even though I never liked him that much. But this season, last few games, he has been good. He has been.
Yeah.
The places that I liked him the most were, for example, during set pieces or during throw-ins near our box. He tends to go to the centre back position, and Martinez come toward the front or towards the back post. He is there
Yeah.
defending the front post, like in place of Martinez. So I like that part of it. I'm not too sure how proactive in that role Casemiro will be because it's kind of dog work. And
Mm-hmm.
even though Casemiro is a proper real wolf, a dog, but you don't want to expect a 5-time Champions League winner to cover for centre backs. He would like to cover for his other midfield compatriots, but I don't think he would. But I don't know. We have to see Casemiro yet. I mean, I have high hopes from him. I really have because I wouldn't mind seeing Casemiro and McTominay playing together. To be honest, one day. Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
What's their second name? Is it called? What's their second name? Jaristo. I can't even bloody say it. Their second name. Sheriff. Is it? Are they called Tarasov or something like that?
FC Sheriff. No, that's it. Oh yeah, Tiraspol. Sheriff Tiraspol. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moldovan team last year defeated Madrid at Bernabeu 2-1 with 27-30% position, with only 4 shots and 3 on target, and they scored 2. We need, as you said at the top of the show, you said we need to avoid those counter-attacking moments when they sense danger, because we will be keeping the ball a lot. So that's why I like the idea of Eriksen playing. To be honest, I wouldn't mind Eriksen Casemiro as well, because I think we might not have to do a lot of dog work. We may only have to keep the ball and keep rotating and recycling the ball in the midfield and pass it towards our wingers. And I want to see one of the guys running behind tomorrow. Sancho can't. It's either Bruno or Anthony. The role of Rashford that he likes to run behind the defenders. Ronaldo won't. Sancho won't. So I want to see either Fernandez or Anthony to run in behind the defenders. I want to see if Anthony got it in terms of the speed behind the defenders, the skills he got it, the passing range he has. I just want to confirm my eyes that he could run in behind and he has that pace. I just want to see.
Yeah. Now, 100%. Apparently, they're not playing at their usual ground tomorrow.
Okay.
UEFA's ordered them. During the summer, UEFA ordered that Sharif play their home games at different venues, fixtures. Yeah. So I don't know why that is.
So where is it? I mean, as long as it's a proper pitch that our players are used to, I would mind. If it's a turf, then it could get tricky.
Yeah. You know what? Listen, they beat Real Madrid, so they got pedigree. That's why I won't start Casemiro tomorrow. Casemiro's already lost against this team. I said they're not into possession at all. They don't play with much possession, so they're not into possession. They're not, and they're a very interesting team. They've not lost any of their 5 games this season already in their domestic league. Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting. Winning 5 of their opening 7 matches in the Moldovan top flight. But the Holes will not welcome United on their home ground for this week's clash. Instead, they will play at the Zibru Stadium, home of Zibru Chesnia and the Moldovan national team. The home side usually play matches at Sheriff Stadium, located in Nistra, a breakaway state which is not recognized internationally. And following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, UEFA stated that Sheriff cannot play the European games in that region. So madness is going on over there, isn't it? We already know the madness going on over there, that part of the world, isn't it? So That's the reason why they can't play there.
But we don't like to keep the ball ourselves, Nuruddin. Like, we will have to keep the ball, but we don't like to keep the ball.
No, we don't, and this is the thing. So Zibru Stadium holds 10,000 spectators, which around 600 will be United fans. That's expected to be a sellout. England played at that ground in the World Cup qualifier 2012 when former United star Tom Cleverley, Michael Carrick, Danny Wolf featured in a 5-0 win. So, yeah. So this is it, people. We've given you a bit of insight into it. They're playing in the National Stadium and one of the teams, another team, and it's only 10,000 seater, 600 United fans. I just hope there's no trouble tomorrow. I genuinely hope that.
Yeah, I hope they return home safely.
Yeah. I hope everybody's there safe and we have a fantastic football game and people can come home to their families. So yeah. Somebody saying here, Anthony's jumping the gun. Anthony Massey says, any comments about possible sale? Because we're going to come into that. But do any of you have any problems with the team that we picked? Do we keep McTominay in the team, or do we pick a guy who's already on a losing streak against, dare I say it, Sheriff at Casemiro already got beaten up by Sheriff, so we can't be having him playing in this game. Casemiro looked like to me like he was not Premier League fit, but a class forward boss last time out. Yeah, the fitness is not there, innit? You know what I mean? So
can I ask you?
Has to be integrated in the way, that specific way that Erik ten Hag wants to play. So
okay,
yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Like, did Sociedad result or performance changed your opinion on the team at all, or you are quite okay with that?
Sorry?
Did the Sociedad performance and result changed your opinion on this team?
No, but what it did, it showed me that when a team that's very organized, very hard to break down, we didn't make any clear chances, especially without Eriksen being on the pitch. We can't create anything. So we're back to square one with Eriksen and Pogba. Like, we couldn't create anything without Pogba, remember? And Bruno becomes blunt because the way they were organized, tactically, the way they played us, Real Sociedad, was fantastic. Because remember last time we whacked them, we hit them for, I think it was 4-0, 5-0.
4-0, yeah.
They didn't. They did mid to low block at times. At times they pressed us high. Tactically, they got it spot on.
I would say I would say
their goal was very lucky. It must be said.
I would say we did the same thing to them as well. They didn't look like scoring at all. All they got was a dodgy penalty, and they scored. Otherwise, even though it was pretty boring and jarring from my point of view, but I never felt like we are going to concede in that game. And they played a similar game, and for some reason, our team, this club, has a poor results against Spanish team. The 4-0 Sociedad was a fluke, not a fluke. It was a 1 in a million kind of situation. Otherwise, we don't usually defeat Spanish teams in the European tournaments, if you notice. Yeah, you're on mute, bro. You're on mute, bro. You're on mute. Sorry.
I was saying we've got one of the worst records against Spanish teams. Technically, they suss us out. They usually give us the ball or they press us high and then we can't create anything. But this Sheriff team is very well organized, Arun. Very well organized.
Okay.
They don't mind having 25% of possession.
Okay.
They just counter-attack. They are the original counter-attack FC. They know how to set traps. They know where to win the ball back. They lull you in. They keep all the central areas really jam-packed. You go wide, and then they've got plenty of people that can go out to you. They're going to play the game of their lives tomorrow night. This
Absolutely.
is a huge stand. With Real Madrid result, they made headlines world football. Tomorrow, Manchester United is another name, literally.
It's a bigger news.
Honestly,
a bigger news.
I'm telling
I mean, from Moldovan fans' perspective, imagine You have the two greatest clubs in football history visiting your country twice in 2 years, like Real Madrid last year and Manchester United this year. And imagine beating them both. We will just go straight down to Conference League, bro, and I won't be able to handle that.
Yeah, exactly. What was the City score tonight? Did you watch any of the Champions League games?
Yeah, 2-1. Obviously, City were Dortmund defended really well. Defended in group. As a group, really compact, and they led 1-0. Dortmund in the late second half. John Stones scored a screamer. Erling Haaland obviously scored a typical Zlatan-esque Erling
Did he
Erling
celebrate?
Haaland. No, he wanted to because it was late. It was a winner, but he couldn't. He had to stop and respect the fans, which I liked.
What about Chelsea?
Chelsea, I just watched the highlights. Yeah,
I came out of cinema and all I can see on Twitter trending is Potter out.
Nah, these are just trolls because they looked okay. Like as usual, Chelsea, they neat and tidy, keep the ball. In the first half, that I noticed a bit of not enough risk taking, just safe passes, keep it tight, keep it like recycling the ball more. They focus more on keeping the ball, I guess, this game. Well, the idea was not to lose, in fact, for the first manager. So I don't think they would mind going into the Europa League, to be honest, because they want to give this manager a time. And if they don't, imagine dropping down to Europa League and not getting top four. He might be the interim manager, not the 5-year one. He might be the David Moyes mistake. You never know.
Yeah. Potter out, Afram Grant in.
I like I like him though. I like him.
Lillis is gone, mate. Lillis is gone. But let's get into it, people. Obviously, there's a lot of rumors in the last 20 to 48 hours about Glazers. No, like credible journalist has gone hard out, but we've heard from that French, that French football website or football magazine. We heard that they were talking about Jim Radcliffe, because Jim Radcliffe, I think one of his company owns part Nice, the French team, and obviously I can imagine maybe he gave an interview, or somebody associated close to him gave them some interview, but basically they're saying Jim Radcliffe is serious about buying Man United, and that's music to my ears. Like I said to you people, inject that into my veins. Inject it into my veins, people. Inject that. It's a news that we need. Obviously, it's going to take time, and then we get the story about 4 billion. A couple of weeks ago, we had the thing where it was 3.5, was 375, the figure that was given. I think that might be Mike Keegan or the Daily Mail, or the Daily Hate, if you want to say it. And basically, in talking about that, the Glazers are willing to, and the reason why I explained last time on here was that the Glazers only own 69%.
That's why 3.5 billion
of the 100 shares. The 100% shares in terms of Man United. They own 61%. 31% belongs to all of these vulture little capitalist companies that are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So at the end of the day, apparently they're willing to sell for between 4 and 6 billion. That's music to our ears, people. I told you, if they go, honestly, I'm telling you, it will be like winning 3 Champions League, winning 5 league titles. I'm telling you, that's what it would feel like for me. People like me who understand and know the vultures don't give two damn about this football club. Yo, Irfan's on holiday. Irfan's in Turkey. Irfan's is in Istanbul. In Istanbul. Big up Irfan. Big up all my crew in having an amazing time, hopefully, in beautiful Turkey. But yeah, nah, not Paula Radcliffe sinking over. No sinking over. Stop that. It's not Paula Radcliffe. It's Jim. Yeah, no. Basically, we heard another figure today, about close to 4 billion. That's what we're hearing, and so it's interesting. I see that Glazers are trending on Twitter. Keep it going. A lot of Glazers out. Jim Radcliffe in is trending as well. I'm genuinely hoping. And then obviously there is this Dubai, not Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and then Dubai. So there is somebody in Abu
Emirates,
Dhabi, yeah, who's interested in buying, because you got Abu Dhabi and then you got Dubai, and I think it's Dubai that own Man City. Abu Dhabi maybe wants to buy a
No,
football.
Abu Dhabi owns Man City, I think. And
Over Abu
Dubai
Dhabi, so Dubai want somebody rich
yeah, it's more
person.
like a rivalry kind of thing because Qatar owns PSG and
Yeah. And then Newcastle all by Saudis
Saudi,
and stuff like that.
yeah.
But I'm not concerned with any of these Muppets. They have no love for Man United. They know nothing about Man United. Other than they're doing a bit of sport washing, right? We all know that. Sport washing is you buy a football club to gain credibility and to basically hide the human rights abuses what you're doing in your said country. So we're not about that. We're not about pink washing. We're not about sports washing. We're not about this. Pink washing is also, people, where, for example, in Tel Aviv, there's Israeli propagandas people, Israeli army, they use that as an excuse to go, oh, it's the gay capital of the world. But then they're subjugating the human rights and occupying Palestinians. That's called pink washing. Some certain police do pink washing because back in the day it was against the law to be homosexual, and the police would be beating people who were because of their sexual orientation. And now a lot of police are seen around the Mardi Gras and stuff like that. So that is called pink washing as well. So we're not about that, people. We're not about that. Sport washing, especially. Jim Radcliffe is a Manchester United supporter. I'm going to just quickly play. I'm going to share something because I want you to hear what I posted on Twitter. So I'm going to quickly share this, just a little soundbite, and for you to hear, guys, what he said, especially when he talks about the club being DNA. So bear with me. Let me just get this little clip. I can only play a couple of seconds of it because there's a copyright things. It's crazy. One of the videos already got taken down because of copyright, because I played a little bit. So I want to get to this bit. So
feel fully committed to that. You know, Liverpool are having a fantastic time at the moment, but 20 years they didn't. 10 years. We're there for the long term, and that's quite a commitment, and that's quite a lot of responsibility to take on, and it takes time to reach a decision where you feel fully committed to that. Liverpool are having a fantastic time at the moment, but 20 years they didn't win a great deal. United were very good, and then in the last 10 years. I think if I owned Chelsea, I would have to support Chelsea. But, you can never get... it's in your DNA, your original club. It's quite deep-rooted. Some would own Chelsea, I would have to support Chelsea. I think if I owned Chelsea...
So here where he lets us slip, people. Here is where he lets us slip. I'm just going to play you this. Can you guys see it? Can you see it, Arun? Arun, can you see it?
Yes.
You can see it, so... Let's see how it sounds. Let me just play it for a second.
I would have to support Chelsea, but you can never get... it's in your DNA, your original club. It's quite deep-rooted.
Some would argue you should be trying to buy the club that you grew up supporting.
Yes, I can understand that, but Manchester United's not so.
Did you hear that? So he's talking about... Let me just play it back a little bit. He's talking about... He says...
Didn't win a great deal. United were very good, and then in the last 10 years, I think if I owned Chelsea, I would have to support Chelsea. But you can never get. It's in your DNA, your original club. It's quite deep rooted.
Some would.
You hear that, people? You hear that, people? So my tweet read today. I put this tweet up the other night. So this is what my tweet is. This is what the tweet says, people. This is the tweet I put out on Twitter. I said, inject this into my veins. He only put in last-minute bid for Chelsea so he can let the world know he wants to buy Man UFC, which is part of his DNA. You heard it from the man's mouth, people. You heard it from the man's mouth. He said if he bought Chelsea, he would have to support Chelsea, but he said he wouldn't have to get away. You can't get away from your original club. It's part of your DNA. Come on, therapy army.
Also, he co-owns the Mercedes F1 team, so we might have the likes of Lewis Hamilton and Toto Wolff in the consortium, hopefully.
See?
It's a 2-3 year process. Let's be patient. One day we'll be there.
There we go, Arun. So Man United could be sponsored by Mercedes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, because even Lewis Hamilton hasn't ruled out co-owning Manchester United, because he was asked on TV about it, and he said something that I would be really interested in owning a football club. I would like to see a proposal and stuff like that. I mean, he didn't say. He said along the lines of, I wouldn't mind owning a football club. So to have people like him owning us, it would be really brilliant, because let's not forget, people think we hate Glazers because of the way they treat the club and stuff. No, it starts with the way they bought the club. It's all starts there. The way they bought the club, the way they got their names on the club, on the door of the club, without paying a penny, by just by mortgaging the football club itself with a bank, and owning Manchester United eventually, and taking loans after loans after loans, and buying these new fancy players that we love, that we need every summer. But it's all on loan money. Our debt is keep on increasing. There's no intention to repay the debt. So it's interesting. It's not about how Old Trafford Wi-Fi doesn't work and stuff like that. It's about how they came into the business, how British government allowed them to own the football club like that.
Gordon Brown and Tony Blair, deregulation of the market.
Since then, we never saw a football club taken over like that. It was a hostile takeover.
Horrible takeover. But something's got to give, Arun. Something's got to give, because the stadium is deteriorating. I posted a thing where the stadium, I can show you again, people. The stadium is literally like, I can't underestimate this, right? The state is leaking. The roof is leaking, honestly. I'm going to have to play this for you guys. I really want you to understand what's going on with the stadium. Some of you might not even use Twitter, but I really want you to understand what's going on with the stadium. I'm going to just show you a video that was widely shared on Twitter. Just bear with me. But did you see that video, Arun, where the roof is leaking?
Yeah, it was embarrassing. The guy was bad-mouthing. Yeah, you will see.
I posted it.
It was inside the concourse, right?
Yeah, it was inside the concourse. Yeah. There it is, people. This here, there's no copyright. I can play it.
Fucking shite. Glazers out, the roof's leaking again. Fucking shite. Glazers out, the roof's leaking again. Fucking shite.
And that's inside. The roof leaks outside as well on the ground, like the
fucking shite.
few seats in the front. Yeah.
Yes, people. So something has to give. Something has to give, bro. The stadium infrastructure is falling apart. The training ground, we already know, is falling apart. They made a promise that they're gonna come with some revenue, and they already told people they're willing to sell 10% of their shares to bring in revenue. Nobody has, and no reports. I've not seen any reports that somebody's bought them. There are a group called Apollo, which are horrendous people. Talk about like some of the Emiratis and stuff like that in terms of like human rights. Some of these guys are linked to Epstein people.
Well, they're linked to Epstein. Our current owner is linked with Epstein, so
that's what I'm saying to you. So at the end of the day, people, these are and some other vultures that want to come in. But that's the last word we heard, was that nothing concrete was put in by Apollo. So that's why all of these rumors are coming out. Loads of journalists. I speak to friends who know journalists. None of them are willing to stick their neck out. But in the journalist world, there is something going on. There's a lot of rumors that for the first time ever, the Glazers are willing to listen to an offer. And then, so Genesis says here, Glazers in May 2021, they see a potential revenue stream in United, £10 billion club. They will not go for less than 10 million. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that.
That's a bit
at the
too
moment.
Much.
That's why we've got to keep the pressure going. Yes, big up, Stevie.
We are a $10 billion club if we were winning like we used to win.
Yeah, we're not. That's what I'm saying to you. We need a new stadium. Refurbishment all will cost nearly as much as it's a complete rebuild. Of course it will, because it's too old. It's 17 years. In 17 years, there was works already done, promised by Martin Edwards, and McManus and McMahon agreed to. So last time any work was done was like, I don't know, it's like maybe over 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago. But those works were years in that works was planned years before the Glazers took over. So they've not had any initiative in terms of what they're doing. Always in it. Welcome to the rainy city, people. That's why we love it. We're blessed.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. We're blessed. Of course, it's a laughing stock, but something has to change, because they already said after the Super League that they're gonna do they're willing to do the stadium again. They're willing to do some work with the stadium and a training ground. They don't have that. They don't have that.
There's a big pressure on them, because clubs like Everton and Spurs and these clubs, and eventually in the next few years, if Leeds stay on, they will also build new stadiums. And if Manchester United keeps on leaving, I mean, there's a possibility that we go back even further under this leadership.
Of course.
There's a possibility.
It's
because if you look at Leicester City training ground, it's top class.
We paid for that. 80 million we've paid for Maguire. Paid for that. Yeah. We paid for the new stadium.
No, yeah, they just need to be. But the thing is, as you said, it's not easy to bring in those investments all together and try to build the stadium and training ground at the same time and stuff like that. It's difficult. Arnold was drinking a few pints with the fans, right, in the pub. He was speaking about looking for investments and sponsors and stuff like that. It's not that easy, because us as a consumers, the fans of the club, are quite active on social media, and there was a new sponsor to the club last week or something. The fans rated the reply on their Twitter. They had to block the comment section. They became the new sponsors recently. I forgot the name. Sorry. So it's difficult. It's not that easy, but at the same time, the value is there. Manchester United is still a big name. I mean, as Saeed said, this
that's
is
we're a sleeping giant. Yeah. We are a sleeping giant, people. We are a sleeping giant. Honestly, sleeping giant, people. So at the end,
that's
of the
why.
day, it is. That's what I'm saying to you. If proper real owners holders, if they were responsible owners, none of us would be complaining about them. Even the way they took over, if they got people to run the club, if Man United was doing well, if this new stadium was being built, yes, there'll be people still be going, the way they took us over was horrible. But I'm telling you, nobody will be. But it's the way they run us. They don't care. They have no love for Man United. That's why I don't want any of these Middle Eastern people owning Man United either. I don't want that. There's it's not Oman. It's not Oman. It's next to Saudi Arabia, another Arab country. I always forget the name. I always forget. It's where they hold the Grand Prix, Formula One.
Bahrain.
Bahrain, that's it. There are Bahraini consortium as well that are interested in buying Man United.
Well, yeah. I mean, as long as they put the right people in place, again, the same demand. If you are a Glazer, if you are Sir Jimmy Ratcliffe, you are Gary Neville, just put the right people in place. That's it.
Big up Windy Grant says, any thoughts on the Chelsea owner suggestions about
Arsenal? That's a great question.
Big up, good question. I don't think it works for me personally. I don't think it works.
For one game? Friendly? Pre-season?
Listen, it may be, so it might be like unless it was like a charity shield.
Yes,
unless it was like a charity shield.
Like that.
Yeah, you might as well name the charity shield, but the charity shield is traditionally played by the cup winners and the league winners. So unless you're gonna have
north versus south,
north versus south, I don't think.
Oh, North will pack the south. North will pack the south, bro.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that American sport is in a different way. Majority of the American fans accept it. They accept the fan. They accept the way that they're all franchises. Here, there's deep-rooted rivalries. Deep-rooted rivalries. When Britain tried to do that for the Olympics, Great Britain did the team to the Olympics. It looked weird. I just remember it didn't work. Having Welsh, Scottish, Irish players all playing together, English players playing together, it didn't work for me. And one of the biggest things he said is, this will raise money. And you're like, how much is that going to bring in? 300 million. If you bring in $1 billion, then you think, you know what, that might be a match worth considering, because then, so get people to sponsor that game so they make $1 billion. Then you can give that to the lower league. You know what I mean? The EFL.
Exactly. So that's what Bolly said.
So
he said,
if he can get £1 billion, right? If he can get to have all of the sponsorship, to hype it up, to experiment with that game, where we can hear referees, where we put cams on players, or anything like
a celebrity football game. Yeah.
So if they want to do that, then you can get $1 billion. You can get a sponsor that's close to $1 billion.
Financially, it's impossible to get $1 billion for one.
Well, what I'm saying to you, at least if you were to get, let's say, 600 million, then that money then can be shared out to the, to the football pyramid.
Yeah.
But 300 million, what they're going to get 30,000 each. That's not going to make sense. 30,000 each is not going to make that much difference. If it was 50 million each, now we're talking 25 million each, 30 million each down the football pyramid.
Well,
then we're talking.
Yeah.
But Arun, what do you think? I'll quiet and you.
No, but I know it's. I can never support a Liverpool player. I understand that, but I like the idea of a refreshment of once in a while, once a year or once in 2 years, All-Star, North versus South, one game, charity, or the money goes to the pyramid. Even 200 million, that would help a few clubs at least. Try to help them, like raise money, and it will be a good spectacle. But at the same time, I understand that the hardcore English fans won't be attending. It will be mostly attended by tourists and someone like me who is not born in this country and would love to see a glorified football game with mixed like rival players playing together. I wouldn't, not against it for once in 2 years or once in a year. I don't mind, as long as it helps the cause. But if there is no cause to help and if it's just a money making device for their own pockets, then ban it, because we have enough football in our lives. Don't want any more football.
The Saudis are doing so much sports washing, yeah. If the Saudis, then if it said somebody's willing to pay at least 500 million for that game, to host a game, right? To host a game, if they put it out to an auction, put it out to an auction. So maybe Qatar want to host it after the World Cup to continue this. Do you know what I mean? Do Saudi Arabia want to host this game? Then I can understand. Maybe you can get some 700 mil for the game. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, it doesn't even have to be in this country. It doesn't have to be in this country. It can be in one of those countries to generate, because I agree with the idea. I will only agree to it if it raises enough money to help the football pyramid.
But as one of the comments says, Simon Jordan says these kind of games won't raise more than 30 million. And you could see the price here. We were talking about billion and 200 million. Even 30 million would be, it's not enough, and it's an added game, but it's a lot less than. I'm surprised though, because I thought football viewership is a bit more, especially towards the Asian countries. More than okay. No, but it's interesting that a club owner, at least, he's also an American, but he never keeps quiet. He's not shy away from speaking about his club and his decisions. At least he's open about it. Not praising him, but at least he's communicating.
Yeah, he's here. At least he's visible. At least he's visible.
Yeah.
At least he's in London.
Yeah.
Do you understand? At least he's hands-on.
Yeah.
Whether he makes bad or good decisions for Chelsea, we're not going to know. But at least he's visible. And what, Arun? He's communicating.
He's communicating.
These vultures don't communicate. I totally agree with you, Gotiana. I totally agree with you. The depth, the squad investment, the stadium renovation, the training ground renovation, the idea of that getting a stadium outside the stadium for the women's and the youth team, 100% agree with you. They have to lower their price. They have to. And I want to remind you again, people, that in terms of revenue, City and obviously City are cooking the books, innit? They're proper putting some sauce on that books, mate. I'm telling you, they're sweetening people in that McLava, you know, that
reminds
famous
reminds me of Fergie's United. All the best players playing, even on the bad days, we're winning 3-0, 2-1, stuff like that. I mean, it reminds me of those days.
Yeah, but City, in terms of the revenue they make, they're cooking the books. We know that.
Yeah.
We know that, people.
Yeah.
But Liverpool are catching up to us in terms of revenue. Man United have lost the revenue since 2017. Commercial revenue has dropped 17 to 20%. That's a lot. That is a lot. It might not be a lot to a lot of people, but to the greedy Glazers, that's a lot.
It's a lot, and indirectly proportional to the protests. It's because of the
That's what I'm saying
not
to you.
solely because, but somewhat somehow because of protest that could hit them where it hurts. That could hit the pockets by doing protests,
Exactly.
by singing Glazers out every game, out loud on TV and everywhere possible. They started banning flags. They still ban flags. I mean, they're checking for flags when you enter Old Trafford. That's a bit weird. I thought we were in a democratic country. We were allowed to have freedom of speech and expression, but yeah.
Oh no, man! I think we're in North Korea, man. This country is going like North Korea, bro. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Somebody had a blank new piece of paper outside of Parliament, and the police whisked him away. He wasn't even at Buckingham Palace. Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, I 100% agree here with Muhammad Ali. Big up, bro. Glazers will walk for less than 3 billion. 1 billion will be obligation for the new owners to redevelop the stadium. Other investment. Can't buy a Ferrari full price with a beat up body engine.
Spot on.
Brilliant analogy. Big up Muhammad Ali, always with the best analogies, man. Some fans said last night Manchester United blocked him for saying Glazers out. Wow. Please get the lights up, people. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Windy Grant, listen, Arun, I wanted to ask you, do you watch a lot of the All-Star games? Do you watch American sports?
Not really.
Do you watch the basketball All-Stars and stuff like that? You are aware of it?
Aware of it once in a while, watch highlights and stuff, but not a big fan, not so religious about it.
Yeah. Listen, I want to know, because this is a democracy, isn't it? We are a democracy, people. It's a black country. Listen, I want to know from you, Therapy Army, yes or no. Let me get this up.
Yes or no if you want to see All-Star games.
Yeah. Yes or no to All-Star game. Let me just get this.
Yeah. Come on, Giddy Army. Join me in the yes column.
Come on, people. Answer the question. Yes or no? I watch NBN games. Yeah. I know that a lot of you watch NBN. A lot of you young guns. Are for kids and casual fans in the US. Wow, it's crazy. It would be interesting. So Abdi says it would be interesting.
Hey, listen, if my team is not winning anything, I would like to be a casual fan of football.
How do I make the poll, man? Where do I go for the poll? I don't know how to do the poll, people. How do I do polls and stuff like that? Let me have a look at the settings. Maybe the poll would be better. Settings. Poll, layout, visual background, audio, guests. No. Nothing in here.
Can I ask you like a bit off topic, but
so let's go through it. Yeah, you can go and ask your question. No. No
one's joining me, yeah?
Yeah. But what about if he was raising money for the football pyramid? If he raised substantial money for the football pyramid?
Yes.
Maybe, yes. No, maybe. On PS5. Big up Alien, tell him no. I'm not young. I have 40. You have 40. You are 40. Oh, 40. You have 40. 40 children. You have 40 young ones. Wow. Too technical. You could be maybe dyslexic like me. Some, don't laugh at him because you know what? Some people, English is not their first language, innit? So go on, answer your question, bro. Ask your question, Arun.
Who do you think will be in our top 2, top 3 player of the season this season?
Man United.
Yeah.
Interesting. Ericsson's already up there.
Yeah.
Ericsson is the player of the
Absolutely
season.
spot on.
So Ericsson is the player of the season already. Martinez, close second. Martinez and Varane. Ericsson, Martinez and Varane. And Malacia just behind him.
Okay. I love
Bruno,
all of these names.
To be fair, Bruno, but he's not being fully consistent. The 3 that have been super consistent in most games, or the 4 that have been most consistent, are Varane, Martinez, Malacia, Ericsson. Who else do you think?
Dalot.
Yeah,
Scott McTominay.
Well, he did it in 3 games. He's not done it for all the games.
Let's give him a benefit of a doubt. When I like to criticize him all the time, even though he plays for 15 seconds. But I want to praise him tonight because he's doing all right under a good manager. He's doing all right.
Yeah. So that's what we've got now. It's still up for open play, but you're going to have to do some incredible things for you to overtake Ericsson and Martinez at the moment, because those 2 were brilliant.
You know what? It sounds a bit crazy, but if Martial could stay fit, God, please, if he could stay fit.
But do you know that's why he's not being rushed back in? He wants him to really, they're working injury and rehab and like injury prevention training. That's what he's doing. So that's what he's doing. He's working hard.
My brother in Bangkok, he went on the open training day that they had.
Yeah.
And he saw Varane training with the youths and with the likes of Garnachos and stuff. Not training a lot with the main first team 11 that played against Liverpool in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Even it was a bit worrying sign, to be honest. But then the way season started, the way he came into the team and he had special fitness program, I love it. Yeah. This is the type of manager that we really wanted. Like, this is the guy that
we said wanted. It, bro. We said it. Like a guy that knows. Yeah. You know?
Like Harry Maguire is the proper ambassador for Team Weaver. He sits and watches the team. The joke didn't bang.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Richard Arnold trying to block the stream. Oh wow, so the stream gone down for a bit. Ericsson might have a dip if he doesn't get rested. Lozano, Lisandro, and Malacia solid. The Bangkok Cup was epic. There we go. Harry Maguire, best on Deliveroo, but wow. Harry is the best new Phil Jones. Wow.
You'll be reading Zain Mayasi's chat, and I'm going to say in advance, Haaland is not scoring at Old Trafford.
Yeah. Haaland hat-trick against United. Who plays more boring football, United or Spurs?
Spurs. Easy. Spurs.
You see how he comes at us?
Yeah. I love Zain. At least he's consistent, man.
Who are you playing tomorrow, Zain? Who they playing tomorrow? Let me have a look. Who are you playing tomorrow? No, your game's called off. No, are you playing tomorrow? No, they're playing, aren't they? They're playing. They are playing.
No, their game against Man City got called off. Lucky Arsenal. As usual. Same old Arsenal, always cheating. Postponing games and
Same old Arsenal. Always cheating.
cheating.
Same old Arsenal. Always cheating. Let me have a look. Who are Arsenal playing tomorrow? Are they away or at home tomorrow? No, they're at home. So who they playing? Oh, the game being called off. I can't see. I'm tired, people. This is a late stream. I can't see. I can see Zurich, Dynamo Kiev, Rennes, Real Betis against Ludogorets, Regard, whatever they're called, Roma versus Helsinki, Sporting versus FC Union Berlin, Union Saint Globe against Malmo, Real Sociedad, Sheriff. I don't know who Arsenal are playing then.
Oh,
'Cause
the
it's
next game is on 6th of October. It got postponed, I guess. It's off. Lucky bastards.
So they're
You
not playing
know what?
tomorrow either.
No, they won't. They're not playing. You know what, Ruddin, bro? The luckiest team to get it to catch a break is freaking Liverpool. I really wanted to see them suffer, you know.
Nah, that they had, didn't it? That's what happened, didn't it? They regrouped. They had more time in the training ground. I heard they played well last night. I didn't watch their game. I was watching.
Yeah.
I was watching the Saeed. I was watching doing a watch along with Saeed. Bayern Munich against Barcelona.
Barca. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love the Bayern fans when they're singing "Who the F is Barcelona." Hey, hey, hey,
really,
hey.
really.
Who the F is Barcelona? Hey, 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 hey. Who the F is the Barcelona? That's what they were singing. That's what they were singing. Postponed, yeah.
Yeah. Our game is one of the biggest game for us this season. Tomorrow's game, and we have to play our strongest team to win. Because if we don't win, it's peak. We might end up in Conference League, and it's gonna be annoying.
I only watched the second half, but Bayern Munich ripped them in the second half with a new aura. Ten Hag's job, even though he shouldn't. But after Todd, I'm worried. It's still Doug Glazer. Now, listen, I love Ten Hag. I think he's a brilliant manager. But if Jim Ratcliffe came in and said, Ten Hag, see you later, I'm like, I'll take it. Managers are going to come and go, people. Managers are going to come and go. This football club needs a reset. I know for 100% fact if he knows anything about sport, he knows anything about Ten Hag, then he would help and support him. Jim Ratcliffe is a supporter like me and you. He will like the things that he's doing. He would like hearing that. Can you imagine then meeting him, Ten Hag? If Jim Ratcliffe took over, he would meet Ten Hag and go, you know what, I heard about you doing this, you're doing that. Keep carrying. He would get on with him. He would get on with it. But if they didn't, I'm sorry to say, people, I'll be like, Ten Hag, it's been a pleasure. Bye-bye. Because I just need the Glazers gone. Because we're not going to be a better football club until they're gone, people. We're not. I want that to get that into your heads. We're not going to be a football club unless they're gone. But anyway, listen, we have to wrap it up. Big up to every one of you. Love and light. It's been a brilliant show tonight. I really enjoyed it. Please make sure you following Arun DVD1.
Yes, and on my channel is United Real Therapy. Just follow me here.
That's it. So his channel is here. Arun, listen, anytime you want to jump on, bro, just let me know. Yeah. I know you like watching, but anytime any of the shows you want to come on, 100% just let me know.
Definitely.
Honestly. Just get in touch.
No, just I really enjoy.
Give me a message. Say send me the link, and I'll send you the link.
No, it's okay. Problem. I really enjoy your conversations with other regulars. It's really entertaining show, and at least we don't have any agendas and stuff. We talk our heart out, and that's it. And would love to meet you in town someday. We'd love to meet you in town someday.
We need to. You were gonna come last time, innit? But you couldn't make it.
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, you couldn't make it. Guess who came? Big up 0161 Sherberto. He came and he's the funniest guy. You have to meet him.
Nice.
He is the funniest guy ever.
Yeah,
you are gonna love him. Listen, he was down in the pints. He was tipsy as hell. We watched the Leicester game together with my other friend.
Oh yeah.
United
1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. Yeah, we watched it. We watched it at the Footage of Firkin. It's a nice pub. It's a nice pub.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is where it is. But anyway, people, please smash a like on your way out of the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And big up to every one of you in all the late night crew. All the late night crew. Can't Sleep FC. Big up to all of you. Those of you who are in different countries and it's a lot earlier or later, maybe in the morning, big up to you as well. So Jim is our owner. He will fly us to the US 2-3 times a year just to watch United. Wow.
Lovely.
Is our owner. I will fly from the US. And you know what, Muhammad Ali? You will have a place to stay. That's a promise. That is an absolute promise. You will have a place to stay when you touch down Manchester. Any of you guys, any of you here, if you ever come in to watch Man United, you will have a place to stay. Trust me. I'm a man of my word. Unless you're a crazy person. No crazies. Going crazy, getting slashed, getting out on the slash too much, then I can't host you. But if you're If you're not on the slash too much, you're more than welcome. Big up. Absolutely big up, people.
JP Morgan FC.
It is though. It is JP Morgan FC.
I once tried to apply for a job at JP Morgan. They never accepted my CV. That was a long time ago, 6-7 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, well, we're glad that you're not there, bro. We're glad. We're glad. So we need to get some food. We need to go. Honestly, we need to go. We need to go to El Medina. I need to take you to El Medina, man. The food there is lovely. It's lovely.
Are
you a good cook, Arun? Are you a good cook? Can you make? Are you a good cook?
No, but I can appreciate
because you were spoiled, eh? You were spoiled back home, eh? Now you have to make.
I'm spoiled. You're learning now. I'm yet to eat good Thai food in Manchester, though. I used to live in Sheffield. There was amazing Thai food. In Manchester, I'm yet to eat.
We need to find out, bro. We need to find out.
Yeah.
We need to find where we can get some nice stuff. But anyway, take a run. Take a run to Archie's. No, because we're not. Arun might like boxing Juan Basaka. I'm not seeing him there since he opened back up. Well, Arun might get a bit angry and start beating up Juan Basaka. We don't want that, do we? We don't want that. We don't want Arun boxing Juan Basaka with an Archie's burger in his mouth, do we? We don't. Big up, man.
Have you met any players in town? In Manchester?
I met. Look, listen, I used to share a barber back in the day when I was younger. My barber used to do Rio Ferdinand, Andy Cole, Dwight York.
Oh.
So they'll be sitting there waiting. And you know what I loved about Richie? He make them wait. Sometimes I'll be in the chair like that. I'm here for you guys. You gotta wait like everybody else.
Right now is HD cut season.
Yeah. I knew West Brown. I used to play football with West Brown. Sean Wright Phillips went to my college.
Oh.
So I know some footballers. We do know some footballers. You know, it's not a secret.
I would love to bump into our manager someday, but I don't think he will be riding a bike in town. It's always in Cheshire.
Well, you know what, Arun? If I see him, you know I cycle. If I see him, I'll be ringing you. I'll be like, Arun, get here now, get jump on the Uber now. I'll keep Ten Hag here. But yeah, seriously, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, people, love and like. Please smash a like on your way out to the video. Arun DVD1 across all social media, people. And he's always on the channel. But love, light, people. Peace, love, light. That's up tomorrow, eh? Let's see what happens. But like I said, I don't really get nervous.
2-0.
But let's hope it's a good game. Whatever happens, that's a good game, innit?
Your prediction?
Quickly, predictions.
2-0 United.
It might be a draw, you know. I think it might be a draw, you know. They're the hard team to beat. Man United need to go first. If United concede first, good night, Vienna. We're not winning that game. If Man United score first, we've got a chance. Because then they're gonna have to come out. They're gonna have to come out, bro.
No, I think we'll win. I think we'll win because tomorrow they have to play their best game before there's a 2-week break. So they will show. They will show us something. Hopefully, a bit of heart.
Yeah. So I know Mata as well, and McClare. We used to go to the same art house cinema. Cantona as well. I've met him loads of times. Yeah, but I got to know Juan Mata a lot.
Where do you met Mata? Like
I used to work. He used to come into my workplace, the Cultural Arts Center, Home MCR. He used to come there. He used to come there a lot. Nice
guy. What a lovely gentleman. Yeah.
He is a beautiful player. I'm so happy for him. See, Galatasaray now, they signed all of these players. Crazy team. But big up, people. Win, lose, draw, bankers out, Glazers out. What do you think the score's going to be, Arun?
2-0 United.
2-0. I go for 2-1 United or 1-0 to United. 1-0 United.
All right, guys. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Good night. Peace, love and light. Win, lose or draw, Glazers out, bankers out, people. That's how we close. But see you tomorrow night for the match reaction. Peace.